There's something profound happening in your life right now. A test. Not just any test, but a divine examination of your loyalty. One that's been crafted specifically for you, yet you might be completely unaware of it. Every day, millions of people wake up searching for signs, waiting for grand moments of spiritual revelation. But what they don't realize is that they're already in the middle of one of life's most significant spiritual assessments. You see, throughout history, the most loyal servants weren't tested with dramatic events or obvious challenges. Their tests came disguised as ordinary moments, wrapped in the fabric of everyday life. And right now, you're facing these same tests. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 6 hidden ways you're being tested, tests that most spiritual teachers won't tell you about. These aren't the obvious trials like Job faced, but subtle, powerful moments that reveal the true nature of your faith. Think about your last week. Those moments of frustration, those small decisions, those seemingly random encounters. What if I told you each one was carefully orchestrated? What if these weren't just coincidences, but divine checkpoints measuring your spiritual growth? The truth is, most people fail these tests not because they're not capable, but because they never recognize them in the first place. They're looking for burning bushes while missing the quiet whispers that could transform their spiritual journey. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain. You'll discover why some of your prayers seem unanswered, why certain people keep showing up in your life, and why your current situation, whether good or bad, might be the biggest test of all. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your daily life the same way again. You'll learn to recognize these divine tests, understand their purpose, and most importantly, discover how to pass them with unwavering loyalty. Life rarely announces its most significant moments. Those divine tests, they don't arrive with trumpets blaring or neon signs flashing. Instead, they slip into our days quietly, disguised as ordinary situations, masked as random occurrences. Most spiritual seekers miss these tests because they're searching for grand challenges, dramatic spiritual showdowns that would make ancient prophets proud. But true loyalty isn't measured in extraordinary moments. It's revealed in our response to subtle, everyday situations. Behind each interruption to our carefully planned day lies a sacred opportunity. That colleague who tests our patience isn't just a difficult person. They're an instrument of divine assessment. Those moments when no one would notice if we cut corners, they're measuring our integrity. That chance to take credit for someone else's work, it's weighing our truthfulness. Deep within sacred traditions lies this profound truth. Divine tests often come packaged in the mundane. A delayed promotion might be testing our trust. An unanswered prayer could be measuring our faith. Even seasons of abundance carry hidden examinations of our humility and generosity. These tests don't discriminate between grand and small moments. They appear in how we treat the server at a restaurant, react to a stranger's rudeness, or respond to an unexpected bill. Each instance offers a choice: to react from our lower nature or respond from our higher self. Some of life's most profound spiritual examinations arrive disguised as inconveniences. That traffic jam might be testing patience. That difficult neighbor could be examining forgiveness. That unexpected expense might be measuring trust. In ancient wisdom teachings, we find countless examples of divine tests appearing as ordinary moments. Sacred texts rarely speak of dramatic challenges. Instead, they highlight daily choices, simple moments of choosing right over easy, truth over convenience, kindness over judgment. By recognizing these subtle tests, we transform ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth. Each day becomes sacred ground. Each interaction a chance to demonstrate loyalty. Each challenge an invitation to prove our spiritual maturity. This awareness changes everything. Suddenly, no moment is truly ordinary. Every situation carries the potential for divine examination. Every choice becomes significant, and every interaction holds the possibility of spiritual advancement. Small choices shape grand destinies. While many focus on life's big decisions, divine wisdom reveals an astonishing truth. Our loyalty is tested most powerfully in seemingly insignificant moments. Those split-second decisions to speak truth when a small lie would be easier. Moments when returning extra change seems inconvenient. Times when showing kindness feels optional. These aren't just random choices. They're sacred checkpoints measuring our character's true depth. Hidden within each mundane decision lies a spiritual crossroads. That moment when no one would know if we took credit for a teammate's idea. When we could easily spread gossip about someone who hurt us. When we could cut corners on work because nobody's watching. These aren't just choices. They're divine examinations of our integrity. Most people wait for grand moments to showcase their loyalty, missing countless opportunities woven into daily life. Sacred texts speak of spiritual heroes tested not in battles, but in quiet moments of choosing right over convenient. Their greatness wasn't born from dramatic decisions, but from consistently making faithful choices when no earthly reward was promised. What makes these small choices so significant? Because they reveal who we truly are when stripped of external pressures. Anyone can make right choices when others are watching. True character emerges in private moments, in decisions too small for others to notice, but too important for heaven to ignore. Each small choice creates ripples far beyond its immediate impact. Choosing patience with a difficult child shapes not just that moment, but our capacity for compassion. Resisting the urge to criticize builds not just peace, but our ability to see good in others. Every minor victory over selfishness strengthens our spiritual muscles for greater challenges ahead. These small choices compound over time, forming patterns that shape our spiritual DNA. Just as mighty rivers begin with tiny streams, profound spiritual transformation often starts with seemingly insignificant decisions. Each choice to align with higher principles, no matter how small, carves deeper channels of divine connection in our souls. In this divine test of small choices, consistency matters more than intensity. It's not about occasional grand gestures of faith, but about steady alignment with truth in life's quiet moments. These small decisions might seem insignificant now, but they're writing the story of our spiritual journey, one choice at a time. Prosperity arrives not just as a blessing, but as one of life's most subtle and challenging spiritual tests. While many pray for abundance, few realize that seasons of plenty often reveal more about our loyalty than times of lack. Within comfort lies a hidden examination. When resources flow freely, when doors open easily, when life seems to grant every wish, these moments test our hearts more thoroughly than any hardship. It's here, in the warmth of success, that true spiritual character emerges. Most assume divine tests come wrapped in difficulties, yet prosperity carries its own profound challenges. When bank accounts overflow, do we remember those in need? When influence grows, does humility still guide our steps? When comfort surrounds us, does our heart still seek higher truth with the same intensity? Success often whispers seductive half-truths. It suggests we've earned every blessing through our own merit. It tempts us to view prosperity as a reward rather than a responsibility. It quietly encourages us to judge those still struggling, forgetting our own seasons of lack. Ancient wisdom reveals this paradox. Abundance can distance us from divine connection more effectively than hardship ever could. In times of need, our prayers flow naturally. Our dependence on higher power feels obvious. But prosperity can create an illusion of self-sufficiency, a subtle forgetting of our spiritual source. This test arrives in countless forms. Do we maintain our spiritual practices when life flows smoothly? Does generosity increase with our resources, or does fear of loss tighten our grip? Do we use our influence to lift others, or merely to elevate ourselves? Each question probes the true nature of our loyalty. Passing this test requires rare spiritual maturity, maintaining hunger for truth amid material satisfaction, staying humble when life offers reasons to boast, remaining generous when accumulation feels more natural. It demands we view prosperity not as personal property, but as sacred trust. True spiritual nobility emerges not in how we handle lack, but in how we steward abundance. Each blessing becomes an opportunity to demonstrate loyalty. Each success a chance to show that our hearts remain pure, even when life turns sweet. In this way, prosperity becomes not just a gift, but a profound spiritual examination. Waiting rooms of life test souls more deeply than moments of immediate answer. Through ages of spiritual wisdom runs a common thread. Divine timing rarely matches human schedules, and in these gaps between prayer and provision lies one of faith's most profound examinations. Silence after earnest prayers doesn't indicate absence, it reveals presence in its most refining form. When answers delay, when doors remain closed, when healing tarries, these moments aren't divine oversight, but sacred opportunities. They test not just patience, but complete trust in higher wisdom. Most seekers grasp this truth intellectually while struggling to embrace it emotionally. Hearts cry for instant resolution while souls quietly grow stronger through waiting. Each delayed answer carries hidden purpose, stretching spiritual muscles that instant gratification could never develop. Within these waiting periods lies an invitation to deeper faith. Anyone can trust when answers come quickly, when paths appear clearly marked. But delayed responses reveal our true spiritual maturity. Do we maintain faith when heaven seems silent? Do we keep serving when rewards aren't immediate? Do we continue believing when evidence suggests otherwise? Sacred texts overflow with stories of delayed divine responses. Heroes of faith walked through seasons of apparent divine silence, their loyalty tested not by what they received, but by what they did while waiting. Their examples reveal profound truth. Waiting isn't passive endurance, but active spiritual development. These delays serve multiple divine purposes. They purify motives, revealing whether we seek blessings or the blesser. They develop spiritual endurance, building strength that instant answers never could. They deepen wisdom, teaching discernment that quick solutions fail to cultivate. Some of life's richest blessings arrive not in spite of delays, but because of them. While waiting, character deepens. During seeming divine silence, spiritual roots grow stronger. Through postponed answers, souls develop capacity to handle greater blessings. In these moments, real spiritual growth occurs, not in receiving answers, but in maintaining faith while waiting for them. Each day of continued trust builds spiritual muscle. Every moment of sustained belief, despite delay, strengthens divine connection. Through this lens, waiting becomes not punishment but preparation, not divine negligence but loving development. Divine tests often arrive wearing human faces. Through relationships, particularly challenging ones, sacred examinations unfold with remarkable precision. Each difficult person serves not as an obstacle, but as a divinely appointed teacher, revealing depths of our character we might never otherwise discover. Challenging relationships mirror inner truths with unflinching accuracy. That person who pushes every button, who seems engineered to test patience, they're not random encounters, but carefully chosen instruments of spiritual refinement. Their presence reveals gaps in our compassion, limits in our understanding, boundaries of our love. Most spiritual seekers search for growth in solitude, in quiet meditation or sacred texts. Yet some of life's most profound lessons arrive through interactions with others. Those who trigger anger reveal where peace needs strengthening. Those who disappoint show where expectations need adjusting. Those who hurt expose where forgiveness needs deepening. Within family tensions, workplace conflicts, and friendship challenges lies a sophisticated divine curriculum. Each difficult conversation offers chances to choose love over judgment. Every misunderstanding presents opportunities to practice patience. All relationship friction invites growth in emotional maturity. Sacred wisdom teaches that loving easy people requires little spiritual strength. True character emerges in relationships with those who seem impossible to love. When someone betrays trust, spreads rumors, or shows ingratitude, these moments test loyalty to divine principles most powerfully. Through challenging relationships, divine examination probes deeper questions. Can kindness flow even when it's not returned? Does forgiveness extend to those who never apologize? Will love persist when faced with indifference? These tests measure not just social skills, but spiritual depth. Each difficult relationship carries hidden purpose. Beyond surface tensions lie opportunities for profound spiritual advancement. That critical colleague, demanding family member, or unreasonable neighbor, they're not blocking spiritual progress, but facilitating it through their very difficulty. In this light, challenging relationships transform from burdens into blessings. Each interaction becomes sacred ground where divine tests unfold. Through consistently choosing higher responses to difficult people, spiritual muscles strengthen, divine character develops, and soul evolution accelerates. Private victories craft public character. Beyond spotlight moments and visible achievements lies a sacred testing ground. Those countless decisions made when no earthly eyes watch. In solitude's quiet chambers, true loyalty reveals itself through choices that only heaven witnesses. Most profound spiritual tests unfold in complete privacy. Without audience applause or social media validation, these moments probe deeper than public declarations ever could. Staying honest when dishonesty would go unnoticed. Maintaining integrity when cutting corners seems harmless. Choosing right when wrong carries no earthly consequences. Sacred texts speak of divine eyes that see in secret, noting each hidden choice, each private victory, each solitary act of faithfulness. While humans naturally gravitate toward visible spirituality, grand gestures, and public displays, genuine character builds through unseen moments of alignment with truth. Within daily life lie countless opportunities for hidden faithfulness. Resisting bitter thoughts about someone who hurt us. Maintaining spiritual practices even when results seem absent. Giving anonymously instead of seeking recognition. Speaking truth in situations where lies would be easier. These private choices shape soul DNA more powerfully than any public performance. Many seek spiritual growth through visible achievements, missing how profoundly character develops through unseen faithfulness. Those quiet moments of choosing forgiveness over resentment, generosity over greed, truth over convenience, they're writing eternal stories in invisible ink. Private spiritual victories require rare courage. Anyone can maintain principles when others watch. Real strength emerges in choosing right when no one would know if we chose wrong. These solitary moments of faithfulness build spiritual muscle that public challenges could never develop. Behind closed doors and quiet moments, true loyalty proves itself. Not through dramatic declarations, but through consistent choices aligned with divine principles. Each private victory strengthens spiritual foundation. Every unseen act of faithfulness deepens divine connection. Through this lens, solitude becomes sacred ground where profound spiritual tests unfold. Each private choice carries eternal weight. Every unseen victory shapes character. In these quiet moments of choosing higher principles without witness or acclaim, souls grow stronger, character deepens, and genuine spiritual maturity develops. As we draw this journey to a close, every moment of your life glows with new meaning. These divine tests, subtle yet profound, hidden yet ever present, weave through each day, each choice, each breath of your existence. What initially appeared as random life events now reveals itself as an intricately designed examination of loyalty. Through these 6 divine tests, a deeper truth emerges. Our spiritual journey isn't measured in grand moments or dramatic declarations. Instead, it's written in the quiet choices we make when no one's watching, in our responses to daily frustrations, in our handling of both blessing and delay, in our treatment of difficult people, and in our faithfulness during private moments. Life's greatest tests rarely announce themselves. They arrive disguised as interruptions, wrapped in ordinary moments, hidden within daily choices. That unexpected bill testing your trust, that difficult colleague examining your patience, that season of abundance probing your humility, that unanswered prayer measuring your faith. Each moment carries divine purpose. Each challenge holds sacred opportunity. Think about the tests you're facing right now. Perhaps you're in a season of waiting where heaven seems silent to your deepest prayers. Maybe you're experiencing abundance, facing the subtle test of maintaining spiritual hunger amid material satisfaction. You might be dealing with challenging relationships, learning to love those who seem impossible to love. Or possibly you're being tested through small, seemingly insignificant choices that only you and the divine witness. These tests aren't meant to break you, they're designed to make you. Each challenge shapes your character. Each trial strengthens your spirit. Each test refines your faith. Like precious metal in a refiner's fire, these divine examinations purify your heart, revealing genuine spiritual gold that casual circumstances could never uncover. What transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities is our awareness of their sacred purpose. When we recognize daily frustrations as divine checkpoints, when we see delays as development opportunities, when we understand that prosperity tests our hearts as much as poverty, everything changes. Life becomes a sacred adventure, each moment pregnant with purpose. But awareness alone isn't enough. These tests call for response, for action, for choice. They invite us to choose patience when anger feels justified, to maintain integrity when compromise seems easier, to stay faithful when results remain invisible, to keep giving when resources feel scarce. Each choice, though seemingly small, writes eternal stories. As you move forward from this moment, carry this profound truth. You're not just living life, you're taking a divine examination. Every interaction, every decision, every response matters more than you know. Those moments when you choose forgiveness over bitterness, generosity over greed, truth over convenience. Heaven notes each one. Your current situation, whatever it may be, likely contains multiple divine tests. That difficult person in your life, they're not a mistake, but a carefully chosen instrument of spiritual refinement. That delayed answer to prayer, not divine negligence, but loving development. That small choice you'll face tomorrow, not insignificant, but eternally significant. If this message has opened your eyes to see life's challenges differently, if it's helped you recognize divine tests hidden in plain sight, then share this wisdom with others. Every person you know faces these same tests, often without recognizing their sacred purpose. By sharing this video, you become part of their awakening to divine purpose in daily life. Take a moment now to click that subscribe button, not just to stay connected, but to join a community of spiritual seekers who recognize divine tests in daily life. Hit that like button if these insights have transformed your perspective on life's challenges. Your engagement helps spread this message to others who need this same awakening. Remember, in this very moment, you're likely in the middle of a divine test. How will you respond? What choice will you make? Who will you become through this challenge? The answers to these questions don't just shape your day, they shape your destiny. This journey of divine testing never ends. It simply deepens. Each past test leads to greater challenges, higher callings, deeper purpose. But now you see them coming. Now you recognize their purpose. Now you understand their eternal significance. Share this video with someone who needs this message today. Subscribe to join us on this journey of spiritual discovery. Together, let's transform life's tests into testimonies, challenges into character, and ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for divine connection.